Ironmen Industries stands for quality and precision in steel manufacturing. Specializing in quality of our work, we're committed to our customers. Build the future with us at ironmenindustries.com. At Ironmen Industries, we
Welcome into WSBN, the World Sports Broadcasting Network, here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena. You on Continental Clash here in the Chicago area. Dylan Ward, Tarcy Young, Anthony Lunn, our producer today, and it's playoff day here at the Continental Clash. But before we get to the first round, the round of 16, we've got a consolation game to take care of here at the North Rink. It's Battery Sbarro going up against the NA Young Guns, and both these teams 0-6 at the tournament. One of them will walk away with a win after this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's they've gone through the sixth, and it was a rough 6 games for a lot of these teams. These guys up against a number of teams that really wound up being the class of the 22 initially. So these guys, some of them got a bad draw just off the hop and weren't able to get a victory. But you know what? I mean, these kids now, you don't want to, as a tournament, just say, okay, you're done, go home. You've spent the money, you've come out here, you've spent the time, all the parents are here, hotels, everything like that. We're going to give you some more games to play, and that's exactly what today is about.
And not to mention, after this regular game of standard 3-period action and overtime shootout to follow, these teams still won't be done, as they will move to the Continental Divide, sort of a loser's bracket for the 6 teams that did not qualify for the playoffs, along with all 8 first-round losers of the playoffs, where it'll be quick, snappy games, 27 minutes in length of a runtime clock, and just 1 period there, and then there will sort of be a double elimination tournament to get to. But all of that will be tomorrow for both of these sides. This is their last regular classic-style 3-period game.
Exactly. Now they're just playing for the love of the game. That's what we're doing today, and that's why I love being a part of this level of hockey, because these kids at 11 years old still loving the game. I mean, some of them have it in the back of their mind that the show might be down the road at some point, but once you're in a tournament format like this and you're in this kind of situation, it just comes down to, hey, I love playing hockey, let's go out and have a game and compete.
Yeah, and you know, you mentioned these kids 11 years old. I keep on forgetting that with the skill level that is being displayed at this tournament. And look, you got a couple of 0-6 teams. It doesn't matter. Every team at this tournament is elite, and when you have good teams going up against good teams, there will be a winner and a loser, and both these teams just a little bit unlucky. So we're going to take a quick break, run an ad or two, and we will get underway with this one in just a moment. Don't you dare go anywhere. This is WSBN.
At Ironmen Industries, we forge the foundation of excellence in steel manufacturing. Our dedication to quality and precision sets the industry standard, delivering unmatched innovation that powers progress and builds tomorrow's world. We don't just produce steel, we craft a legacy of strength. With every cut, weld, and bend, our commitment to our customers shines through. Choose the steel partner that never compromises on quality. Visit us at ironmenindustries.com.
Do you want to develop an unshakable level of self-confidence? Then check out my best-selling book, Mindset First. It provides a concise and practical way for athletes just like you to win the mental game.
Introducing the Helios Core, a breakthrough in skating development. With smart technology and artificial intelligence, the Helios Core analyzes key aspects of your skating, then shares the data in a mobile app. So players and coaches can see a player's progress, what still needs work, and where they stand against other players their age. The Helios Core gives players the information they need to improve their skating faster than ever before.
Welcome back, WSBN, the World Sports Broadcasting Network. Whether you're on our company website or watching on YouTube, it all comes to your screen the same thanks to our great producer, Anthony Lunn. We appreciate you waking up early with us on this Friday and tuning in to some hockey. One more time, we have Battery Sbarro going up against the NA Young Guns. Yet another cross-border matchup. Young Guns from Canada wearing North America as the nameplate of the region they're representing, and Battery is going by Team USA. We just saw Battery last night in a win-or-die game, and they did not win, which is why they're playing in the consolation here. So again, this game relatively, I don't want to say meaningless, that doesn't feel like the right word, but does not count for anything. Just one more classic-style game to send us into the playoffs for the top 16 as well as the Continental Divide. As the designated home team, the Young Guns will be shooting from right to left and will have the last change. Battery from left to right. Young Guns in the black and neon green. Battery wearing the white with the skyline down the bottom. We are underway. Period number 1. Dylan Ward and Tarsi Young with you on the call. Both these teams searching for their first win here in Mount Prospect this week. Battery unable to clear the zone as it's kept alive by the Young Guns. Now another clearing attempt, wouldn't go. This is Henry Walker. Now at the right circle, this one's punched up high. High slot. This is Penelka. Penkala, I should say. Now down to the corner, back up to the right point again. Opening minute of this one. Here's Elliott. He shoots, looking for a deflection. Got it. That one on net. And the save was made by Doheny. Now a wraparound from behind the net. Wouldn't go. Not sure if Doheny touched that one or not. Declan Doheny, the only rostered goaltender for this Battery team. One of a handful of teams that only have one goalie. So obviously, fatigue definitely a factor for him as he has gotten the start for now the 7th straight game in 4 days.
Kind of like us and our voices over the last few days as well, Dylan.
Yeah, and we've gotten a short day today. It'll feel like a breeze even though it's 4 games. We'll be out of here by around 3 o'clock. And I was just telling Tarsi pre-game, I'm going to go home and hit the pillow. Here's a shot in close, point blank. Penkala. And that one wouldn't go. It was stopped by Doheny and deflected up into the protective netting. Our first stoppage here with 13:19 to go.
It was the first real quality chance we've seen here. I mean, we're only a minute and change into it, but Penkala just tried to go roof and went a little too high. Hit the glass and out of play.
It's been a talking point all tournament long. These games typically have scoring early, and there's going to be a chance for Battery here to score early as they will head to the power play after the tripping call.
Yeah, it happened just down in the corner here, and the trip has, I think, probably been the most common call so far through this tournament. And it's number 11, Nico Gianetti, headed off for North America Young Guns. It's funny you said they were from Canada. These guys, actually, the Young Guns, of all the jerseys, they're my favorite jerseys that I've seen here in this tournament. Love the colors, love the logo, and now they're on a penalty kill.
Yeah, kind of like a Dallas Stars alternate jersey that they've unveiled in the last couple of years.
Which is funny, I'm not a Dallas fan at all.
Yeah, neither am I. So 20 seconds already gone on this Battery power play. Battery with 3 power play goals in this tournament through their 6 games coming into this one. as they look for a fourth in the slot. Here's a shot. That one taken by Circosta, but the block made never found its way to the net. Now up high, left point, it's Schnott. He sent that one towards the net, and it bounced wide. This one cleared out to neutral ice, but that's all it'll reach. At least for the time being. Now here's Tyraka. He takes a shot. Actually, that was Max Mann, but that one missed the net. Now the other way comes Battery, 1-on-3, teammates making line changes, and that'll allow the Young Guns to clear it once again. Halfway through the Battery power play, no real good looks. And when you look at those high danger scoring opportunities just yet. Now over the line comes Christian Cook. He will let go of a shot. That one right into the Young Guns logo on the jersey of the goaltender in net for Young Guns. That is Ryder Robinson.
So Robinson, first real test of a shot, kind of a knuckleball in, but he was able to easily get on that and keep that puck out of the net as they still just under 40 seconds on the kill.
Young Guns in the lead in shots, 3-2 by the official count. They are not posting the shots on goal here in the rink on the scoreboard, but we do have access to that info thanks to Game Sheet. Honestly, the saving grace of the broadcasters this tournament is this turnaround shot. Missed the net, tough angle, and it'll go down to the right side corner. Here's a shot, that one off the stick of Schnott, and the save is made. Now back up to the left point again. This one sent deep, picked up below the net. Dion Scott sent it up to the right point once again. Schnott over to the left side. This is Moore. He takes a shot. That one sails high over the crossbar. Penalty is over. We are back to 5-on-5, and the Young Guns wasting no time on the counter. They can't get over the blue line, though, as Battery takes it back. With the red helmet and red pants, it's Ben Kitsukin. And puck repossessed by the Young Guns. They can't clear the zone, though. Here's Liam Carroll near side, battling for possession of the puck. And he's going to get a penalty, I believe. That's going to go against Battery. A cross-check. And Tarsi, you were quick to call it in sync with the official. And now, after Battery unsuccessful on the power play, we'll get a chance to see the Young Guns with a man up.
And that's number 18, Liam Carroll, headed off to the box. And yeah, it was a cross-check as he was kind of falling to the ice. I saw it happen. You actually might have heard the parents with the hey. That's another beauty of the minor hockey, is parents are always very involved in those calls. But I saw it at the same time. So yeah, I knew the penalty was coming. And now Battery getting their first chance with the man advantage.
Parents have been vocal here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena, and I'm sure for those of you who have been following this tournament all week long at home, you're yelling at your TV just the same. So the Young Guns with 2 power play goals in this tournament. Only 5 teams with 2 or fewer through their 6 regular season games. Now in the right side corner, this puck poked away. And Battery will look to clear, maybe even a shorthanded chance. This pass up ahead, Tate Dunn into the zone, takes a shot from the left side, saved and juggled by Robinson. Now the other way comes North America. Here is a backhand chip shot. That one hit the side of the net. And that's number 13 out there in black and green. And I'm going to tell you, Tarsi, I don't have a 13 on my roster.
Hayden Zarota.
Okay,
That's who we're looking at. Yep, no problem.
Well, I'm happy he didn't score there. I'm sure he's saving it for later so I can actually call his name.
He knew. He
yeah,
knew.
Exactly. Now the Young Guns. Noah Decker with a shot. Good glove save by Doheny. He will hang on with 9:11 to go in the first period. Still scoreless in this one.
So for the second power play, it was actually the Young Guns got a chance to finally set up and get a bit of a cycle going, which is what allowed that shot to come in. And Noah Decker actually probably had another 15, 20 feet. He could have skated towards the net before he made that shot. He had all kinds of space over there.
Down to 30 seconds remaining on the penalty. The cross-checking call to Liam Carroll as he gets ready to exit the box. Here's a shot left side, backdoor, and just sent wide. A point-blank chance for the Young Guns, but they couldn't capitalize. Nearly the first goal of the game, and now we're going to get a
slash.
penalty.
I thought it would be a cross-check on that one as well. But that's Caleb Benkin headed off. So that's going to take care of, 8 seconds. That's going to actually give Battery a good long chance on the power play once again. So their second real chance here today in 8 seconds. 4-on-4 opens it up for a very short time, but that box will be empty. It's going to go quick as we move it back down to the Guns zone.
A power play cut short counts as an unsuccessful one, so the Young Guns fall to 0 for 1, and now, like you said, here's another power play for Battery. They're 0 for 1 as well. Their second opportunity here of the first period. Young Guns looking to get this one out. They can't quite. Here's a shot from the right side. Sircosta, that one blocked. Kept alive, right point. This one shot to the net, touched by a high stick on a deflection attempt. Then touched by Young Guns, that'll nullify that. They will clear out of his net. Doheny to settle it down for Henry Black. Now near side, this is Jackson Summers. Over the line, on sides comes Sircosta. Collision, one man lost his stick. That was one of the Young Guns skaters.
Pencala.
They can't quite clear the zone yet. Here's Sircosta to the left circle. Here's a shot, and they score!
Jake Schnaut, I believe number 17 from the point, put that one in.
Definitely number 15, Sircosta, that made the pass. He'll lead the handshake line. Nonetheless, the Battery don't care who. It is 1-0 on their fourth shot on goal.
That's a good closing ratio. Yeah, they give it to Jake, number 17. Sircosta with that first primary pass. He gets the assist on that. And now we've got our first lead of the game here going to Battery.
Jake Schnaut, you were right, is the official goal scorer. Not sure why the line leader was Sircosta, but either way, he made the great pass to set it up.
He had a nice apple on that one for sure.
Fourth power play goal of the tournament for Battery, but here comes Young Guns the other way. A backhand shot on a partial breakaway, missed the net. And that zone entry's offsides. Not by much, but enough to blow the whistle, and they'll bring it out to neutral ice. 7:03 to go in period number 1. It is 1-0.
I'm sure Max Mann wants that back as he poked the puck ahead and got around the defender for that partial breakaway, but you got to hit the net on that stuff when you're in that close. He would rather have that one back, I'm sure.
So now the Young Guns work with it in their own zone. How will they respond to the power play tally by Jake Schnaut? Over the line they come, it's Trevor Joint. Puck taken away by the rare skater wearing number 1. That's Gabe Gilmore of the Battery. A goal and an assist in this tournament for him.
Typically a goalie number.
Yeah, goalie number. All those goalie numbers, 1, anything in the 30s really, 50s.
And the 50s have just been the last 10, 15 years that's become a thing.
Yeah, and you got someone like, as this one tried to bank it in off the goaltender. And actually, I forgot, Tarsi, we were talking about this when we broadcasted the Battery game. They do have 2 number 1s.
Because Declan Doheny is wearing number 1 as well. Just to mess with us. I think that's... No, I'm sure, but as you mentioned, he's the only goaltender, so you got to switch jersey, or you're wearing a sweaty jersey every game. How about no?
Yeah, well, at least we're not looking at a number 1 in net and trying to figure out who the heck it is of the 2 goalies. He is the only one on the roster. No backup as Battery is trying not to have him hurt. Now here comes North America. Here's a shot. That one blocked. Missed the net wide off a deflection. Now far corner. Scrum up against the boards. As a centering pass comes up high slot. Here's a shot. Good block there, made by Liam Carroll. Now far side corner again. Battery will swoop in there and steal it away. Tate Dunn got it up to Gabe Gilmore. Taken away. Here comes Young Guns again. This one pulled to the backhand, but then goes below the goal line. 5 minutes and some change to go in the first period. Now Battery the other direction. Here's a pass up to Tate Dunn. Dunn, now Gilmore right behind him in the left corner. Tried to get it back up to the slot area for Dunn, but he was too close. And that'll allow Young Guns not to quite clear the zone yet. Here's Dunn taking a shot. Save made. And the referee thought the goalie was holding on to it. Or maybe we have a penalty here. Tarsi, what'd you see?
Ooh. So what I just saw was a player putting a puck in the net. It was Tate Dunn, actually, after the whistle had gone.
We've seen that once or twice.
And Young Guns let it go this time, but that's something, Tate, you might not want to pick up on and continue to do after this year.
And there's no penalties on the play. Like you said, no real altercations after that, but that's not always going to be the case, is it? Here's J.P. White, left circle for the Young Guns. Threw it over to the right side. Taken by Brooke Fetzer. Fetzer now comes up to the right point. Thought about a shot. Instead, he'll try a backhand pass, but that's taken away by Battery. A turnover. Now here comes Sir Costa. This one taken right back by the Young Guns. Now here they come. Odd man rush. It might be a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Here's a shot. Nice release by Brody Pinkala, but that one sailed wide of the net. Young Guns searching for their first goal of the tournament. As this one ahead for the Battery. Jackson Summers couldn't grab that one with clean possession. And it'll be sent out to neutral ice and beyond, all the way past the goal line for an icing. 3:47 to go, opening period. It is 1-0 to the Canadian side.
Just going back a little bit, great shift there by the number you didn't have, number 13, Hayden Zarota for the Young Guns. Went up and was doing some phenomenal puck battles on the end wall and into the corner. Had a nice pass out front that they couldn't capitalize on, but just a phenomenal shift for that young man. Here's a big chance in front.
Wow, and a pass back door right by the blue paint was a tap-in for the Battery. That goal scored by Christian Cook. Call it his first point here at the Continental Clash, and it is 2-0.
Yeah, now all of a sudden, Battery up by 2, and we still got a little bit of ways to go here in the first period. Battery just having those bounces come their way so far in the game, because there's been good chances for the Young Guns as well, just not able to capitalize.
3:30 to go in the first. Still got a long way to go here in this consolation game this morning. Both these teams 0-6 here at the Continental Clash. One of them will be 1-6 by the end of this one. Something's got to give between the two winless sides. Now Trevor Joint. He skates up ice, comes over the line down the right wing, puts on the brakes in the corner, pulls it back to himself. He has a chance to stuff it in. That one stopped. Rebound! He had another one, but he fanned on the shot. Didn't have a lot of time to react. Now Battery clears this one out to the neutral zone. Taken back by Team North America on their nameplates. Of course, every team here at this summer tournament representing a certain region. North America will shoot, save, rebound. That one also stopped. 2 saves by Doheny, a second apart. Now another one, that one at the crossbar, I believe. Maybe a piece of the glove for Doheny. Now this one's poked out. Here comes Tate Dunn on a breakaway. Tate Dunn, and the save is made by Robinson. Robbed him. It wasn't a clean breakaway. He had one defender with a black jersey on his tail. Had to just get any kind of shot away. Didn't have all the space in the world to make a move. Now here comes the Young Guns. 3-on-1 the other direction. Over the line, Max Mann. He not able to get a shot away. That could have been a tripping call.
That is a tripping call. Arms up. And you might have heard some yelling from back here. There was a couple of players tied up. I was trying to watch, and then the 3-on-1 was in the other, but there was a couple of players tied up right in behind the goaltender for the Young Guns, and you heard the parents yelling, and they were taking each other down. It was kind of getting ugly back there. And you know what I just noticed? We have one official.
Yep. You took the words out of my mouth.
He was back watching that, but then saw the trip with the leg that came out and kicked it out. And so it's a good call there for sure against number 10, Ben Kitsukin.
And Tarsi, I was just about ready to say I was looking for the call, and it was the trailing official that called it. But in reality, it was the only official that called.
The official, yeah. Exactly. I'm surprised. It took us 14 minutes to figure that out.
We've had a standard 2 official for the tournament games in the regular season at least. I'm sure we will return as this is an open net, and they score! Had to wait a second to make sure it crossed the goal line, but the signal was made by the referee, and it was punched home by Henry Walker for his first goal of the Continental Clash, and now each team's got a power play conversion.
Just get bodies in front, and that's exactly how that worked. They got a quick shot from the right side, and that one was stopped by Doheny. Second attempt, stopped by Doheny. Finally, it came to Walker's stick, and he was able to get it. He still hit Doheny, who made some great saves, but it was able to trickle over the line.
Anybody's game here as a big momentum-creating goal with less than a minute to go in the period. Actually, maybe 1:02 to go in the period by Henry Walker. Now here comes Battery looking to restore their 2-goal lead. A fan pass. Now it'll be taken by Summers and cleared along the near corner. It comes outside the zone. 30 seconds on the clock. And this pass intercepted and close. Here comes Zarota. Hayden Zarota down to the corner. Battery looking to clear the zone. It's kept alive at the right point. We've got another penalty coming up. This time it'll go against Battery. So after the North American Young Guns were quick to score on their last power play just moments ago, they're going to have another chance as Everett Vance goes to the box.
Yeah, it was Zarota who got knocked around a little bit. And so, as you mentioned, it's Todd Moore off for 2 for roughing. And again, you might hear those parents with the hey as they try to play official here in the stands as well.
My funniest thing is you hear the hey whether the ref calls the penalty or not, right?
So they're going to finish here. There's 12 seconds, and they get that offensive zone draw.
More than enough time to get something going here.
Yeah, they can set up and potentially get a couple of shots in for sure.
We'll see what they do. 12.2, drop of the puck. It's won by the Young Guns. Right point. This one sent low and not cleared out of the zone. 4 seconds, and they're not going to get a shot as this puck goes out to neutral ice. And you hear the buzzer here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena in the suburbs of Chicago, Illinois. 3 goals scored in that first period. 2 by Battery, 1 by the Young Guns. Battery made it 2-0 early on. Just a quick summary of the goal scoring. 7:02 to go in the first period. Jake Schnott got the goal with an assist by Dominic Sarcosta. Then the Battery doubled their lead to make it 2-0. Christian Cook with the goal. Jake Schnott with the assist. So he's at a 2-point game so far. And then for the Young Guns, just most recently, Henry Walker scored on the power play with the assist by Kopani Nagy Meli Kuti. So 15 minutes are in the books, and it's been a pretty evenly played game so far. The Young Guns, in spite of trailing, lead shots 12-1, and this really could go either way.
12-7, but
12-7. Yeah, thank you.
2 goals on 1 shot. It was a real cool
yeah,
goal.
Right.
No, I'm sorry, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, the teams are now going to switch sides, and we've talked a few times in the games we've done together, Dylan, about the momentum shifts. And so yeah, Battery had it earlier, and it's kind of swung back, I think, with the 2 power plays here recently towards the Young Guns. So we'll see with that short break. Doesn't do a lot of doesn't take them out of the game for more than a minute. So this gives them the chance to continue that momentum. Here's the second period gets underway, and they still have 1:48 on their power play.
Yeah, and it's always a good thing in hockey to start a power play late in a period because Well, I guess not. In this case, there is no ice cut to get a fresh sheet out there to start the power play, but there is a timeout that you could talk at your bench. And Tarsi, you chuckle a little bit. I did not even do that on purpose. It's been a running joke here in the North Rink broadcasting booth. I am an American.
Proud American, man. That's a good thing. Don't worry about it. That's fantastic.
My broadcasting partner and producer are both proud Canadians. And everyone in the U.S. calls it an ice cut when the Zamboni takes care of business. And I guess both of these guys have never heard that expression before, and they call it a flood. I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, it's funny. We live right next door to each other. Woo.
Sent to the blue paint, nearly tipped in, but the goaltender absorbs it for a stoppage.
We live right next door to each other. The fact that we can have words that mean so much or different words for the same thing, it's amazing that, like we get American TV in Canada. You guys have a lot of actually Canadian programming that have become things down here. And it surprises me that we still have some of those differences being as close as we are. And it's just amazing how hockey can bring us all together no matter what.
Hockey, of course. The World Cup in 2 years. That'll be co-hosted by the U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
That's weird. That's a lot of travel for World Cup's supposed to be in one place. I don't. Anyway, that's now my sports brain's going to start. Yeah. Thanks, Dylan.
Yeah, right. Well, when it was in Qatar 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure the entire country of Qatar is smaller than the state of Texas. So the fact that it's going to be in 3 massive countries, quite a different change of pace. 19 seconds to go, enough with the podcast. Back to the broadcast. This one taken by Battery and cleared all the way down. It'll go directly on net. Count it as a shot on goal. Let's see if they do. But the power play will come to an end, and the Young Guns fall to 1 out of 3 conversion rate with a man up.
Still a pretty good power play, though. Had pressure most of the time. We were looking down in that direction while we were podcasting pretty much the entire power play.
Nice shot taken from the right circle. That one turned aside by the goaltender, Ryder Robinson. Now this one out to neutral ice. Here come the Young Guns. Brody Pinkala, left circle, down below the goal line, sends it to the blue paint, and Doheny desperately laid out to make that stop. Maybe it wasn't a shot on net by definition, but he kicked it out of there. .12.5 to go. Second period of play. Relatively high-scoring game so far, as we saw 3 goals in period number 1. Nothing to the back of the net yet here early in the middle frame.
Good chances, though, and as you mentioned, Doheny, it's a good thing he made that save, and the defender is able to sweep the rebound away because he was down and out. And there were a couple of black jerseys right on the doorstep, too.
And if you told me that Declan Doheny this is his 7th game in 4 days, not to mention here at 8 a.m. with not a lot of time to rest, I don't think I'd believe it. He is playing with a lot of energy. Fatigue does not seem to be a factor for him whatsoever.
He may be of the mindset that I have to be this week, that sleep is for the weak. Ooh.
This shot blocked on its way. Battery off the rebound. This one sent wide. Good chance there by Jackson Summers. Didn't have a lot of time to pick his shot. Now, tough angle shot. Almost parallel to the goal line. Dion Scott put it on cage. And the save is made by Robinson. He hangs on for another stoppage.
That shot block hurt Brooke Fetzer. Took it right in the toe. And fell down immediately, which is where some of that scramble came from, but got up and limping as well, but back to the bench. That stuff stings. It's cold out there, and your toes are in the skate boot tight. So that one he felt that one for sure.
This one poked out of the zone. Now rushing up ice is Young Guns. A 2-on-1. This is centering pass and in the blue paint. That one swiped away. Boy, it was just sitting there for maybe half a second, but what felt like 5 seconds before it was swiped away. Now here's another shot into the glove and held on to by Doheny.
fantastic shot from the far side by Kopenhagen Melikuti. And as you mentioned, it was stopped by Doheny and then sat there 8 inches from the goal line. And the defenders swept it away. Again, black jerseys nearby, very, very dangerous. Almost a 2-all game there.
Feels like to me momentum has shifted in the way of the Young Guns. They are leading shots in this period, 5-3. Here's another one, make that 6-3, but that's stopped by Doheny.
And a dangerous one, too.
Like you said, no goals in this period, but plenty of high-danger scoring opportunities. Maybe we're in for another as they rush up ice. Henry Walker takes a shot. That's an easy stop for Doheny. I say easy, but I don't know if I make that save, Tarsi.
There's a reason I'm not a goaltender. Although I could have been. I'm the big guy. I would have blocked half the net just being there.
It's funny, hockey, one of the only sports where it doesn't matter what your age is, all the dimensions are the same.
Exactly.
Come to the rink and 200 feet each way, just as it is in the NHL, 6 by 4 feet the nets, just as it is in the National. Now here's Benkin, played it to the far side near the bench. It's Melikuti, who had an assist in this game. Found by the Battery, they will clear it down. Touched by a high stick.
So it'll be a whistle as soon as he touches, yeah.
Good pickup by our lone official, and that'll put the face-off back in the Young Guns' own zone with 9:18 to go in the second. Still 2-1, just as it has been since period number 1.
You mentioned it, Dylan, the momentum, and we talked about it in the brief break we had between the two periods. But yeah, the Young Guns have had it the entire time, just not able to get that second goal just yet. What I'm seeing is there's a lot of rebounds there.
A giveaway. Here's a shot by Battery. That went off the stick of Summers, but that missed Robinson's net. Maybe the most important sport, or I should say momentum's the most relevant in this sport than maybe any other sport. You can make the argument basketball just because of how high scoring that sport is, but God, you just feel something when a team has found momentum in hockey, and it doesn't take a hockey fan to really tell. You can see the domination shift. Here's a slap shot, that one blockered away. Now this one sent down to the left corner. Here's a centering pass, they score! Banked off the goalie from an impossible angle. And Brody Penkala has tied this game up. Young Guns has erased a 2-0 deficit. It is 2-all here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena. Face-off taken by Young Guns as my partner here in the broadcast booth, Tarsi Young, has just relieved Anthony Lunn of camera duties for a moment or two. Tarsi and I have been here all day, every day, but one person that hasn't had a break, here's a shot, save, rebound, they try and backhand it home, and that one's held onto by Robinson, but one person that hasn't really had a break all week long is Anthony. He's been working his tail off here at the Continental Clash, making sure the broadcast gets on your screen, scoreboard and replays, or I should say advertisements alike. And we have a slashing penalty. It's going to go against Boris Tyrka. And that's going to send the Battery to their third power play of the game. They are 1 for 2. as they look to regain the lead back that they once held 2-0. They win the faceoff. Here's a shot. That one stopped and bobbled as it falls into the glove of Robinson. He hangs on for a whistle. 8:01 to go, second period, nearing the halfway point of the hockey game. Unless we have overtime, which at this rate we very well could. It's a tie game at the moment. But now here comes North America shorthanded. Left circle, here's a shot, and stopped by the glove of Doheny. He will hang on again. Face off at the left circle, attacking zone for the Young Guns while they're shorthanded. This shot deflected aside by Doheny. Now back up to the right point. This one sent low by Connor Christie. Behind the net, picked up by the battery Schnott. Jake Schnott, a 2-point effort here in this one. He has a goal and an assist, scored the opener in the first period. His assist was on the power play. Still a minute 17 to go on the battery power play. This one backhanded towards the net, and that one's gloved and held onto by the goaltender Robinson. 21-15 your shots on goal in favor of the Young Guns, as both goaltenders have had solid games here so far. Face-off taken by Battery. Left point, Hendershot. As they work on the power play, here's a shot, long range, looking for a tip perhaps by Gabe Gilmore. His stick was inches away, but that went cleanly on target, and it made it easy for Robinson to stop. Let's get a Slurpee. 7:11 to go in the second period. Another one of those running jokes me and Tarsi have had, as this shot is tipped just high. Don't forget, folks, he may not be on air at this time, but he's still right next to me. You can hear what I'm saying. Now here come the Young Guns. 2-on-2 rush, still shorthanded. Here's a shot, they score! A snipe from the left side and a shorthanded goal. It is 3-2, and the Young Guns have their first lead of the game. Hayden Zarota. I'm happy you filled me in there, Tarsi. I would not have been able to give him credit as he is not on my roster, but Young Guns number 13 with the snipe, and it's 3 unanswered goals for the Canadian side. That is their second shorthanded goal of the tournament. And guess who scored the first? Hayden Zarota. That's his second shorty of the tournament. And I'm wondering if that leads the skaters. I'll give that a look. And yeah, he joins Jack Callop and Tyler Kosinen, both from North Shore, in a 3-way tie for 2 shorthanded goals, the most by any player. Power play is over. Battery fall to 1 out of 3. Both teams 1 out of 3 on the power play in this one. One was Boris Tyrika. And now, after scoring a shorthanded goal, North America Young Guns will have a chance on the power play. Being sent to the box is Todd Moore. It's his 10th trip to the penalty box here at the Continental Clash. 5:43 to go. By Tyrika. Over to the power play goal for the Young Guns and keeping it a 1-goal game. And as Tarsi makes his way back over to the broadcast booth, you get a chance to see that stop?
I didn't.
All right, we continue on with the power play. 1 out of 3 are the Young Guns with the man up in this one.
Momentum still heavily in the Young Guns' favor. We've talked about it, and they're holding on to it tightly, obviously getting 3 unanswered goals.
And even when shorthanded, a shorthanded goal. By logic, if they could score a man down, they should be able to score with a man up here. But
You'd think so.
This one gets cleared down. It is a different dynamic, though, because most shorthanded goals are going to be breakaways or odd man rushes. As teams don't really get set up like that in the zone shorthanded. They do, though, just not all the time.
Burn the time however you can.
Right, why not? So now 30 seconds still to play. Plenty of time here on the power play for the Young Guns. Here's Melikuti. He tried a stuffed shot from the right side. That one did not get by Doheny. Now to the left circle. Tough angle shot. This one stopped by Doheny. I think he got the right shoulder on that one. Now right circle again. Shot! Off the stick of Henry Walker. And that's stopped by Doheny. Boy, has Declan Doheny been keeping the Battery in the game. It could easily be 6-2 right now. It is only 3-2.
No, Declan's playing well. I mean, he's got 3 behind him already, but no, we've seen the energy he's playing with, despite being that lone goaltender for this team the entire tournament. You wonder if it's going to catch up to him at some point as the penalty ends.
We get back to 5-on-5. Young Guns now 1 for 4 on the power play.
Little collision there.
And
Couple of collisions.
Yeah,
that's an actual body check, that one.
So now it's going to be a penalty the other way against the Young Guns. But real quick, we'll get back to this penalty in a second. I want to go back to what you were saying about Declan Doheny. This Battery team is a 0-6 team, and towards the end of the tournament last night, I was covering quite a few 0-6 teams, and one common theme is the goaltenders on those teams had goals allowed averages in the 5s, 6s, maybe even 7s. Declan Doheny, in spite of getting every playing minute for the Battery this tournament, on an 0-6 team, his goals allowed average only .382, his save percentage .833, and if you're on a team that hasn't won a game, I'd say those are pretty solid numbers personally.
Pretty good numbers, and what that tells the coaches then, is that they need to really be working on the defense and the shots allowed, if that's the case. Because if other teams are getting to pepper your goaltender and he's standing on his head, it shows that there's places that need work, basically.
Hit Suckin. That one stopped in the blue paint, held onto by Robinson, and you can't take credit away from Ryder Robinson. He's had a great night as well between the pipes for the Young Guns, making 15 stops on the 17 shots he's seen. As we now are back underway. 3 minutes till the intermission. Again, we will get a full intermission with the Zamboni.
With the flood.
With the flood and the ice cut. Why not both?
Exactly.
Can they score another shorty? In the slot, left circle, that was Boris Tyrika. Now this one thrown to the blue paint, hoping for a lucky bounce, but couldn't find one there. Now this is Summers, right circle. Jackson Summers puts on the brakes at the right corner now. Comes back up high, takes a shot, that one stopped. And rebound sent behind the net. 1 minute to go on the power play for the Battery, looking for their second conversion of the game here in their 4th attempt. Poked out of the zone and chased after by Battery. A close game between two teams trying to find their first win of the Continental Clash in game number 7 for both sides.
And you know what? Quality hockey regardless. I mean, like you said, these are elite players from their areas. Some of these teams just came together. Other teams, and a couple of them went 6-0, have been playing together for a long while.
Yeah, and when you have 22 elite teams, every game has one winner, one loser, right? So you're bound to get teams that are low in the win totals and maybe even winless, but that doesn't mean they're not as elite as any other team here at the Continental Clash.
Well, I know from our first day, if you remember, we did the Young Guns day 1.
We did.
I did. Anyway, I found out that they're kind of from all. Maybe it was day 2 when you and I worked together.
I thought you were talking about Battery for a second, so I have not seen Young Guns yet.
Okay, so I chatted it up with some parents, and they're from all over. There's a kid from Poland that plays on Young Guns, kind of thing. Like, they're from everywhere. They're like the world team almost. Good centering pass there.
They do have North America on their back in spite of being from Canada.
Well, another family for this team was from Philadelphia. So, I mean,
there you go.
They're everywhere. Philadelphia, Poland.
Centering pass, and this shot hit the side of the net. Another good backdoor play as the Young Guns were looking for their 4th unanswered goal after being down 2-0. They couldn't find it on that look.
Penalty's over. Even strength again. Last few seconds of the...
Add some insurance. Can the Battery tie things up? Or will we stay at 3-2 heading into the locker room?
We're about to find...
Zarota.
Going on here with Connor Christie and, excuse me, Owen Elliott to try and figure out what kind of quarterbacking what's going to go on here after the faceoff.
Faceoff 1. Back up high it goes. This is Christie.
3 seconds, got to shoot. No, not going to happen.
There's the buzzer. And our second act is in the books. Another 15 minutes down, 15 to go here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena as the teams will head into their locker room and talk things over, getting ready for the final 15 minutes of this consolation game. North American Young Guns lead it 3-2 after 2.
Yeah, and again, that second period, we talked momentum, and the Young Guns held on to it for most of that period, able to score 3 times, going up. And 3 unanswered goals is basically what it was. So they kind of owned that period, and now it's just a matter of the Battery. Another overtime game I love.
So the scoring summary in period number 2, remember it was a 2-1 lead for the Battery heading into the second period. And Young Guns outscored them 2-0. Scored the short, saying nothing's got to give.
Fed up with the fluffy and cookie cutter mental game advice? You're not alone. My best-selling book, Mindset First, is your guide to discover a reliable and repeatable way to dominate the mental game. You don't need to suffer from performance anxiety, overthinking, and confidence issues. In this concise and practical book, you'll learn how I coach professional athletes to get dialed in day and day out. Athletes train their mind to consistently get in the zone. And the bottom line, you'll have the principles and the strategies Dr. Cassie Preston
shares the data in a mobile app so players and coaches can see a player's progress. What still needs work is their age. The Helios Core gives players the information they need to improve their skating faster.
Preston. My job as a mental performance coach is to help elite athletes just like you to consistently perform at your capabilities. But in order to do that, you need to reliably get in the zone. The problem is, like most athletes, you spend too much time in your own head, worrying, overthinking, and are doubting yourself. This can be frustrating because you've put in all to develop your physical abilities. Your mindset is causing you to underperform. Now, I understand that working on your mindset can be difficult and confusing. There's so much cliche advice out there, like instead, a way to have a lot more fun.
Ironmen Industries stands for quality and precision in steel. IronmenIndustries.com. At Ironmen Industries, we forge the foundation of excellence in steel manufacturing. Our craft a legacy of home.
Welcome back to Casting Network. So happy you've joined us today and all week long here in Chicago for our coverage of the Continental Clash. It's been exciting games, lots of skilled players. This one, in spite of it being a consolation game between two teams that didn't crack the playoff line, 2-0 at one point, the Young Guns have stormed back with 3 unanswered goals and all to play for here in the final 15 minutes. My name is Lund, and I welcome back to the broadcast booth my partner, Tarcy Young.
It has been, like you mentioned, a very good game, and I knew coming in it was going to be evenly matched. I've seen both of these teams a couple of times already, and despite going 0-6, they had some flashes of phenomenal play, and we're getting to see some of that. There are some teams out here that realistically, again, point back to the fact that some have played together for ages, and teams like the Young Guns have been kind of just put everywhere. They've got the American flag on the left, the Canadian flag on the right, so yeah,
Where's
they
the
are
Polish
representing Indies being underrepresented here. But no, I think just really it's come down to momentum in this game, and first period it was Battery, and second the Young Guns took it back and have held on to it with a bit of a chokehold to get those 3, and I mean just power play after power play chance, and it's now coached up a little. They Young Guns have as well, so what's going to happen? It's all going to come down, I think, to how they come out here in the third period. That's going to determine in the first couple of minutes how this game's going to go.
Well, certainly the scoreboard watching is not as critical at this stage of the tournament because seeds, for the most part, already lost. Junior Rangers, regular season, the only lead in the bracket, and Slovakia Kings, well, they needed a win, so they will not sneak into the playoffs. And team and left circle shot stopped by Doheny. Both these sides will be participating along with all the first round losers of the playoffs in the Continental Divide, a double elimination style tournament, sort of a loser's bracket where it's 27 minute games of run time and goes.
I think it has to be determined exactly where and how and what because I look at the draw and I said 27 minutes long, straight time, so it's one period really,
right.
And score fast, score hard.
Soccer style with the run time. Soccer reference of the day. Here's a shot tipped into the net.
No goal, no goal.
High stick.
No, it was above the crossbar. Was the way.
Pretty clear.
The team wanted to celebrate, but he knew that was Owen Elliott, I believe, that had the stick up and knocked it down so quickly. A no-goal call. The ref on top of that one for sure.
By the way, we do have a second official now, so maybe the other one was just running a little late.
Stuck in traffic? I mean, it's Friday, right? So rush hour this morning. Maybe. Who knows?
Listen, it's our 5th straight day of 8 a.m. starts here at the Continental Clash. If you're going to be late for a game, at least it's a consolation.
Yeah, not the round of 16.
Yeah. We did have a situation, I can't remember if it was on this rink or by the time I moved to the South rink, where the referees were about 15 minutes late, just both of them, straight up. So the teams really warmed up for 10, 15 minutes there before the game finally got underway.
Well, I mean, this tournament has been incredibly efficient in terms of timing. So that 15 minutes, I'm sure, was made up by the time the next game. They must have just flowed kind of right into the next game, because I've been doing all day yesterday. Each game after the first one started 15 minutes early.
Yes.
So, like I said, an incredibly efficiently run and a very well-run tournament this year.
Absolutely.
And I love the draw and the way it's the playdowns are built and the playoff format that they have going on here.
When we talk about last year's format of the tournament, no real playoffs except for the championship game. It was an American division and a Canadian division of 9 teams in each. And you just play every team from the other division, and then whichever American team had the best record and whichever Canadian team had the best record was your championship. No playoffs, just a big league phase, and then the winners of each league, so to speak, in the championship game.
Yeah, very weird. Oh, there's a good chance. Just wide.
missed, yep.
Holy cow. Boris Tirka So yeah, it was an odd. This is the first year apparently then for this format. A good save at the other end as well. But yeah, the first year for this format. And honestly, looking at it, it was the Lac St. Louis Lions, who of course went 6-0 here, who won the tournament last year in that Canada versus America format.
Yeah, they beat the Connecticut Junior Rangers in that game, which, of course, the Connecticut Junior Rangers sort of fell off the radar here at this year's tournament, only managing one win. It was in overtime. Tarsi, you were on the call for that, and they missed the playoffs by a point, so they are playing in a consolation. We mentioned right now they're up 7-1 against Metrics, but
well, that's the other thing.
Tough run for last year's finals.
Very much so. This tournament is made up of a single year of birth dates, this one being 2013.
Right.
So kids are 10 or 11, and they're going to graduate out. They're going to play here 1 year, and then they're gone kind of thing. So
that's a good point.
The teams can, the changeover is 100%, so it all depends on who's next up at that age level in the areas that these teams come from.
And now right in front, this one kicked aside. Connecticut Junior Rangers, they're a USPHL team of, I believe, 2004 to 2007 kids. Won the national championship of the USPHL, which is the United States Premier Hockey League, Junior League, of course. But a pretty good program they run over there at the Junior Rangers of Connecticut. But
they do. I was just figuring out that the Brick Invitational, which is 9 and 10-year-olds, so they go and get training at West Edmonton Mall in Edmonton for this tournament the following year kind of thing. And the Connecticut Junior Rangers have always been an excellent team at that tournament as well, and have won it a few times. Good program all the way through.
Now here's a slap shot, top of the left circle, tipped wide. Rebound behind the goal line. Back up high to the left point. Here's a shot tipped on its way. Save, rebound. That one couldn't get hacked home. Now behind the net again. Battery continue to work. Battery once led 2-0 in this game. They are losing 3-2 after 3 unanswered goals. The go-ahead goal as it stands, the shorty by Hayden Rhoda. Here's a shot. Right circle attempt. That one stopped by Doheny here in his 7th game played in 4 days.
So we talked about the momentum and how they came out, and then we pontificated for the first 4 minutes of the period.
Nice word. Wow.
Really, it's been...
I'm going to call that word of the tournament.
It's been actually Battery that's had momentum here. They've put a good chunk of pressure here on the Young Guns. See if Young Guns can take it back, though, here as they get a couple of extra seconds in the Battery zone.
Shots on goal here in period 3, led by the Young Guns 4-3. Still anyone's game here in Mount Prospect. A 1-goal affair between these two winless sides. Now Max Mann, backhander, a weak one. Easy stop for the pad by Robinson. Not Max Mann, that's the 97 on the other team, yep. Christian Cook. As now the Young Guns take it away in their own zone. Long reach of the stick. And it's forced outside the zone. Here they come. It's Brody Penkala. Got it over to the right side, but offsides by Boris Tyrika. And 9:18 to go here in the third.
So Brody, as he came across the blue line, tried to make a fancy little pass, but of course it came out just... He was in. The puck came back out, so Brody was 3 steps in already by that point. So it's good to have 2 officials out here.
Neutral zone draw. This one taken by the Battery. They'll play it out to neutral ice. Nate Roth now given away over the line. This time onside was the Young Guns, but it gets forced back out to the neutral zone. This one sent into the zone by the Battery. Taken away by the Young Guns once again. This is Henry Walker. Got it to the left side. Over the line comes Mel Cootie. He tried a shot. He was being defended hard by Ben Kitsucken. So now the other direction. Here comes Dion Scott of the Battery. Scott Over the line, left wing side, onside, centered it, looking for Gilmore. Couldn't get that one to him cleanly. So now the Young Guns. It's Hayden Zarota who has a shorthanded goal in this game. Currently stands as the winner if the score doesn't change. Owen Elliott now down below the goal line. Right corner, it's Zarota once again. Zarota looking to send that one up high. It'll never reach his intended target of Walker. So instead, here come the Battery. This one poked ahead. Sir Costa down below the goal line, threw it to the blue paint, never got there. Now far side corner. It's repossessed by the Young Guns in their own D zone. And they can't get it over the line there, but now they will poke it out. Looked like Melkuti thought about racing after that puck for a potential odd man rush, but instead he'll go to the bench after a long shift. Halfway home here in period number 3. A scoreless third period to this point. 29-22 your shots on goal in favor of the Young Guns. In spite of trailing 0-2 at one point, they've had the lead in shots for pretty much this whole game. Now this one's a clear offsides, easy call by the official.
Yeah, I think Liam Carroll was on top of the Young Guns goaltender, Ryder Robinson, at that point. No, he was a long way in. So we're just over halfway done here in this third period. Nothing's doing in terms of scores so far, but Battery pressing.
We only saw 2 goals in period number 2. Brody Penkala to tie the game, 8:31 to go in the period at that point. And then Hayden Zarota shorthanded with 6:53 to go in the period. So nearly a full period's worth of time without a goal here in this one. Battery looking to make me a victim of the sportscaster's curse there, but that one went wide.
Say one thing and the opposite happens almost immediately. 3-on-1 or 3-on-2.
This is Max Mann over the line, not Christian Cook. And now it's taken out by the Battery. Through neutral ice, this one's backhanded into the zone weakly. Grabbed by Young Guns, they will clear this one out. Down to the Battery zone. Picked up by Jackson Summers. Got it to the far side, now it's Devin Hendershot. Taken away in neutral ice, and now here comes a chance. Boris Tyreka. Looked like he was going to try and crash the net, but instead will wait for some help. Tyreka still with the puck. Got it up high. Turning around, getting that one down below the goal line is the Young Guns. Now here's Penkala. Penkala chips it to the near side, get it out of harm's way, but it will be repossessed by the Battery.
Can't clear though.
Now they will lightly tap this one out of the zone, and the Young Guns will have to reset. Young Guns lead 3-2. It's been that score since just over halfway through period number 2. We are now in the final 5 minutes and 20 seconds of period number 3 in this consolation matchup.
You know what I'm seeing? As soon as any team brings any type of forecheck pressure, it creates a lot of turnovers and just chances out of nowhere. So it's if the Battery, and they just did it here for the last shift, if they keep that up, they're going to create some opportunity.
Well, it feels like it could easily be a much higher scoring game, Tarsi, than it is. Lots of high danger chances that were not capitalized on both sides of the barn here. 3-2 your score. It was 2-1 after one. We've only seen 2 goals since. Under 5 to go now. 4:37 to be exact. As the Battery look to get it out. We'll keep a close eye down to our left. At goaltender for the Battery, Declan Doheny, and see when he gets the wave from the coach. Can't do it yet. Here's Walker centering it. Blue paint, that one tipped wide as it goes to the far side corner. Now picked up again, top of the right circle. Young Guns looking for some insurance. Below the line, it's Melkuti. Melkuti to the net. He scores! An innocent shot out of thin air That one found a hole in Doheny. And now in the critical point of the game, it is a 2-goal lead and 4 unanswered for the Young Guns.
So Kapaninegi Melikuti getting the goal, but I got to give credit to Henry Walker. I was watching. Walker was tied up with Henry Black, the two Henrys, right beside Declan Doheny, and actually kind of on top of Doheny. So Declan may have been a little bit distracted as Henry Walker had parked himself right there and was they were hand jawing back and forth. Loose puck again in the crease.
They try and hack it home for a 5th, but that one wouldn't go. They'll credit it as unassisted to Kapaninegi Melikuti. So now we will continue to look on at the goaltender Doheny. Here's a shot, save, rebound, they score! Their second goal in 27 seconds. And just like that, what was a 1-goal game.
Is that Kompany again? Leading the charge?
It is 5-2, and yes, it is. He has 2 goals in this one. He led the team with 3 coming in here at this tournament. He's now made his total 5 tallies in the Continental Clash, and man, how quickly things can change in this sport.
Undoubtedly. Well, the floodgates have opened. The momentum is firmly back in the grasp of the Young Guns, and again, going back to Declan Doheny, we had a chance to talk with his dad a few days ago.
Yes, we did.
And just a class act kid, and phenomenal job. But after 7 games of being the only goaltender, you got to think it wears on a guy being the only guy.
So now a much different feel to this game. What was once going to be a close ending and an exciting finish. And maybe it still will be, as this backhander will not be a goal. I couldn't tell if that one went in the net or not.
It didn't. It was wide, but you just look at Ryder Robinson after he gets trucked and pushed back into the net, and the battery player, I think that was Dominic Sarcosta. Robinson goes, "What are you doing here? Get out of here!" But it was Sarcosta came in, had all the room to himself. There was nobody on him. A pass across would have been a certain goal.
We've got an empty net for the Battery now. They will elect to pull Doheny.
Wow.
We had 2 empty nets for a second, but it was just because Robinson was going to the bench for an equipment issue. And why not? You don't have to play the goal differential game anymore. It's a consolation game. Why not make an effort to tie this one up? I don't mind it at all.
It's a long time without a goaltender, 3 minutes.
Extra skater on for the Battery. Empty net to shoot at for the Young Guns, who have scored 5 unanswered goals after going down 2-0 in the first period. 2.5 to go. Battle for the puck, near side corner. This one found by Tyreka. Boris Tyreka skates out to neutral ice. Let's see, will he try a shot?
Empty
yes,
net.
sir.
Miss.
And that one just bounces wide. Rebound. That one off the post. Now behind the net, Giannotti centered it. Blue paint. Unable to hack that one in, the Young Guns. Still 5-2, no empty net goal. Here comes Dion Scott. He left it, but he left it for the wrong guy. Giannetti. They can't clear the zone. Under 2 to go. Here's a shot, save, rebound. They
Thunder
score!
Robinson. Yeah, Robinson made the initial save, but couldn't quite get down on his split, so he never actually covered the puck, and so it was a poke, and it's in the back of the net now. Ryder just kind of hanging out. So 5-3.
Yeah, much different story now with still 1:53 to go. And the goaltender will go back to the net,
I guess,
I'd
for the
assume,
face-off,
just
yeah.
for the face-off. And as soon as the Battery get possession of the puck, he's going to make the sprint. Does not happen off the draw, as the Young Guns will probably just try to play keep away for a little bit here. This one into the zone, punched down by Zarota. So a couple of Battery goals, the bread in the sandwich. Here's a 2-on-1. Sir Costa over the line, left side, takes a shot. That one blocked in close. Goaltender has made the sprint to the bench. and we have a Young Guns player crashing into his own net there.
Pushed it way off, so there was some moment, like both pegs off. Net was up against the backboards, so he had some speed getting in there. I don't know. He might have tied up with one of the Battery players as well.
They just made that rule change in the NHL. I believe any skater can get a penalty for dislodging the net, whether it was on purpose or not. I have to look into that. I know there was something along those lines. I just skimmed it. Anyway, this one out to neutral ice. 1:11 to go. This one taken away by the Young Guns. They can't get a clean shot. Here's Zarota looking for his second of the game. He can't get it. That one blocked. Gabe Gilmore, fitting he's wearing that number one. He was playing the goalie role right there.
Under a minute.
Tenths of a second on the clock. Here comes Battery, down by 2. They need a goal, and they need it fast. Here's Liam Carroll. That one poked off of his stick. Now here's Zarota. Zarota through neutral ice. He'll have another try.
Got it.
This time he scores. A bullseye, and it's his second goal of the hockey game. Call it a 6-3 lead for the Young Guns.
Great job by Hayden Zarota. He had to put in extra effort to keep up to that puck and was able to get it nice and settled on his stick finally. And a great shot. I mean, sometimes at this age, and we saw it with the empty net just a little while ago, your accuracy isn't as great. But no, that was good from behind the neutral zone face-off dot. Long shot. Well done, because he didn't want them to get the chance to block it, as we saw with Gabe Gilmore just a few seconds before. So 30 seconds to go. Now it's just, burn the clock. And we're out of here with a win finally.
So the North American Young Guns finished in dead last place during the regular season of this tournament. 0 wins and 6 losses, all of which in regulation. Got outscored 41-9 through the 6 regular season games, but 9 goals in 6 games. They've got 6 here in this one. And they'll walk away with their first victory here at the Continental Clash. 6-3 your final score over Battery Sbarro and the Young Guns in the win column here in Chicago.
You know what? Again, coming down to love of the game. That's what we played for, playing for pride. And you saw the Young Guns really, again, in that second period, grab a hold of this game and hold on tight. Battery got the one goal, and that was it after their initial 2, because they had it early. And Young Guns come out with the victory again. My favorite jerseys of the tournament. Glad to see them get a win. It's you never want to go home going, we didn't win a single game. Like, ouch. So Battery, they got to go and just, you know what, we played as hard as we could. There were teams that were better than us, period. That last game is the one we have to look at and go, okay, where can we improve on with that one? Because when you've got a team that's beating you 9-0, that's not the team to compare yourself to. It's the team that also went 0-6, and you just had a 6-3 game. So where can we improve for our next tournament? Because that's all they do, these kids at this level in the spring and summer leagues, is they find tournaments. So how do we improve for the next tournament? What can we improve on? I think Battery needs to look at possibly, if they can, go out and find another goaltender so it's not on one guy the entire time.
And here's O Canada for the winning team.
Never heard this song. Oh.
And that is not the correct anthem.
Maybe both. Okay. So I just had to go over and look at the scorekeeper. This guy, they bring their own music and stuff too as well. And I was like, this is the most dramatic version of the Star Spangled Banner, dragged out. But I was watching, there's plenty of American kids on this team, had the hands on the hearts while the national anthem was on. And they're American for sure, right? So, no, it was, that's why they would have played that anthem, I guess.
Well, listen, Tarsi, you just exposed yourself as a non-Chicagoan. That is none other than Jin Corneliuson, the Chicago Blackhawks anthem singer for the last 15 years. One of the more iconic renditions of the Star Spangled Banner. Maybe I'm a little biased, sure.
Could be.
But a lot of people seem to agree. He is a legend here in this part of the globe.
Undoubtedly. I mean, it's not a bad. It's just stretched out long,
Yeah.
right? It's all good. That's the way it goes. But another game coming up here shortly. We got lots of work to do here today.
And don't forget, if you're a fan of either of these two teams, there is still hockey to be played in that Continental Divide mini tournament. For more information on the schedule for that, make sure you go to Game Sheet and type in Continental Clash. You'll have all of your schedule details, and that mini tournament will take place tomorrow. But finally here, only one game to be played in the day, and these two teams knock it out here at 8 a.m. That's going to do it for our broadcast. Our producer, Anthony Lund, my broadcasting partner, Tracy Young.
Tarsi.
Tarsi. Pardon me. My name's Dylan Ward, saying thank you for waking up early with us, and we'll see you as we roll along here at the Continental Clash on WSBN.